I noticed that joining Big Career Capital, it's kind of in line with, some of the things you've been doing before, your passion for community, and still along that VC related line and startup related line. And you came into Canada, you were able to maintain that same kind of work in the same industry at the same level that you were looking for. Not many immigrants are able to do that. Most of them come in and then they're settling for very low level jobs, or they are taking factory jobs. These are people that are very experienced with good education. So how did you manage to do that, and what advice do you have for immigrants that are coming in? Whether they're coming to Canada or going to whatever other country you're relocating to, how can they make sure they get the jobs that they deserve or for their
Yeah.
career path?
Okay. So just before I share what that, transition looked like, in terms of what was important, um, I think one thing, that was not so prevalent in workspace in Nigeria or the corporate culture was the act of networking. I don't know if I should use the word networking or relationship building. Yeah, I think, yeah, which is just one thing that really helped me. I mean, not that I was a pro at it, to be honest, but looking at my transition journey, like, yeah, that networking or relationship building. So anyone trying to come in now, like, yeah, you are in a specific field, right? Maybe beginning to just start searching for Black professionals that are in the field that you want to continue in here in Canada, and developing that relationship. Like before I moved, I actually went. So I wanted to shift, to change like my path, and so, or perhaps I was considering it. And so I reached out, I went on on LinkedIn, and the common factor for me was, okay, let me look for a Covenant University graduate in the industry that I'm considering. And so I reached out, I'm like, hi, and this and this, I plan to come and this. And, I'm just curious to know, like, if you don't mind, like, what are the things I need to do or to pick up, like, before I move? And yeah, and she told me the certifications to take and all of that. Like, so of course there had to be like a common a common ground. So whether it's the same school or something. So yeah, because if you just reach out to anybody, very few people might respond. But anyways, I think that just building that relationship is good, so that there's some form of support. Like for example, I had a colleague, my former colleague, the company at Chrysalis Capital where I worked, and when she told me, "Oh, I'm coming here to Canada," I'm like, "Oh, great! What industry? VC? Oh, awesome!" There are many groups and forums, and where they share jobs and all of that. Yeah, so I just forwarded to her. I was a reference, and now she got the offer. So yeah, so I feel like that's really just very important, right? But going back to my own journey. Yeah, while I'm not trying to focus too much on my own path as well, or my own, because I feel like everyone's journey is totally different, right? But the key things for me are, just all these lessons. And for me, attitude, or perhaps oh, your social CV is just very key, right? And yeah, that's just one value, like for me. If I'm in a place, even if I'm there for 3 months, even if I'm there for 2 months, there's no way that I will. Nah, I'm not just gonna be any regular employee. No way. Like I have to be exceptional. I have to be, because what that does is like it now makes people will take on your matter like as if no it's their own. Like that's literally what happened to me, And yeah. In fact, when I was in Venture Garden, I didn't even mention that. Just as an analyst, like the CFO at that time had the vision to create like an accelerator for only women founders, right? And yeah, she was the CFO. There was a lot going on. I'm like, you know what? I love this. I picked it up. like the programming, the structure. Yeah, I did the decks that we used to propose funding from like Barack Obama investors in US. Like I was inside,
And this,
and then
just to tie it back, this is you that you had no clue how to
that I
do.
was struggling. This is me where I was still even struggling with Excel. But I'm like, you know what, no problem. I'm still struggling in this area and I'm still trying to get it. But this area that I am good at, yeah, I'm gonna sell myself on that while I am still working. So it's not like I'm gonna be terrible, exactly. So I did a lot. No, I did back at VGG actually, apart from the accelerator, there was the whole program around like mentoring and just helping junior staff. Matching them with like senior executives in the firm. So it was like a mentoring scheme. And I designed everything and I ran it, even as an analyst. I'm not even kidding you. Like in our weekly meetings, I will call meetings, I'll send out the invite, like the COO will be there. So yeah, but basically just leveraging your strength. But my whole point is that my own mindset is wherever I am, I have to be outstanding. Exactly. And so I was at Chrysalis like in no time and I think I started as an analyst or associate, I can't remember. But in no time, I became a manager, maybe in the space of like 1 year or something. Like, yeah. And so when I told my boss I was moving to Canada, she was like, what? I'm creating a company there just to keep you. I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding. And this was the same person that I worked with back at Venture Garden Group. Exactly. Like I worked with her. She was the CFO at Venture Garden Group. And then, she started her company. I mean, everything just sort of aligned. But my point is, if you're not good, if you're not outstanding, nobody's going to be making any sacrifice for you. But anyways, yeah, so moving into Canada, she was like, you know what? Yeah, let's create this entity so that you're still part of us. And, yeah, we can match your salary, all of that. Exactly. And so even at the point where I decided that, you know what, I really want to get myself involved in this Canadian economy here. Because yes, I had a job, but I mean, I was still primarily working, our clients were in Nigeria and all of that. So even when I made that call and one of our clients here got to know that I would be leaving, she was like, do you mind coming to work with me? Right? And that was how I got my place at BKR Capital. Exactly. So I know that it's not the usual pattern. I'm not even, but my point is like, yeah, if you just have to make a decision to be really good at whatever it is, even if it's something you have to pick up, pick up on, like, yeah, just pick it up and be good with it. But there's also the path for, relationship building. So even if you're still in Nigeria, like my cousin that relocated to Canada, she got a job even before moving, right? Exactly. So you can reach out to Black professionals in the field or in specific companies that you want to work in, and just let them guide you on how to go about it. And I'm sure that would make the whole process.